Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Ellyce Rothrock here, who's here on behalf of the Media and Communications Department. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, you know, you and your crew of folks work very hard on the Village Breeze every quarter. And it's just amazing what you guys have to do to go through that. And you're here to tell us about it.
I am. Actually, we're bi-monthly.
Oh, pardon me.
So that's, you know, it comes out every other month.
Okay.
With this issue, the October-November issue, which should be dropping in mailboxes on the 18th,
Okay.
Thereabouts. That is wraps up our second year of our partnership with Memorial Care, who of course is doing the printing and the postage for us.
Okay.
And this next year, starting with December, January, will be our last year of the partnership. So we're hoping that that will be extended and we can continue to do the Breeze for the residents.
Well, it is a beautiful publication, and let's just start with your cover. So each time you have a beautiful photo, how do you guys decide?
Well, it can be tough because, as you know, there are a lot of talented photographers out there, talented photographers in the Village. I've taken one or two of the shots myself. Some of them are stock photography, just because the images are so strong, such as this month's image, the harvest moon. You know, you kind of expect to see a witch flying across the moon, but it's very representative of fall, and you know, nature images can be really strong. And we just thought it was a great image. And we try to pair it with the seasons or whatever might be going on when the issue comes out. So.
Yeah, no, gorgeous. You always do a nice job. Let's talk about some of the things that you have in the content itself.
For this issue, we have profiles on resident neighbors Sherry Horn, the Laguna Woods mayor.
Okay.
Mark and Sharon Hochberg, which is a really lovely story. It's a lovely story, and it's a love story of the two of them. I think readers will really enjoy it. We have a comprehensive look at the MAC and the PC clubs. And what they offer to Village residents, which may come in handy, especially with the pandemic. It might have helped people see, where they could brush up on their computer skills, and remain connected. And heaven forfend, we have another situation like this happen. People would be better prepared with being able to be connected to clubs and people, friends, family, and so on. There's also a little piece in there. It's a call to watch the Laguna Woods and California's water crisis roundtable discussion, which features 5 individuals who work in and or serve the Village. And that panel included Donna Rain Sostak, who is the 3rd treasurer and the Water Conservation Committee chair, Kay Havens, who is a Village resident and an El Toro Water District board member, Lynn Jarrett, who is a former director of 3rd, Elsie Addington, who is a former director of United, and Kurt Weeman, who is the director of landscaping services for the Village.
That's a great group to get together, different perspectives.
It really was, and they did a great job pointing out the challenges that California faces, that the Village faces, and why it's important for everyone to adopt permanent water conservation practices now to not only tackle what we're facing now, but future situations as well.
Exactly. Okay.
And one of the last things I wanted to point out is Thrive has a new project that they have entitled Time to Thrive in Laguna Woods Village. And it joins their other current project, which is Laguna Woods Village, a community of kindness. And as part of that article, Thrive Toolbox, a 30-minute program which will be on Village Television, is also discussed in that as well. So those are the features that we have, in addition to our usual regular columns.
Right, which you have the We Hear You.
Yes, and that, for those who have worked with Catherine Laster before. She is the staff member who writes that column for us. She takes actual comments and feedback from residents and compiles that column for us with every issue.
That's great. That's great. And then you're community connected. You have a few different things in there. Of course, something super exciting is the Light the Night was so successful.
Yes, the pickleball club is so enthusiastic, and you may know that a lot of those members helped with the village vaccination effort. They volunteered, and they were tireless, and it was wonderful. But yes, Light the Night is their fundraising effort to bring lights to all of the pickleball and paddle tennis courts instead of what they have now, which is, I think, half.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Now, if where can you actually get the Village Breeze? Now, I know you do mail it to folks, but what if they didn't get it, or they wanted to get an extra copy or something like that?
Right. So sometimes with the Postal Service's Every Door Direct program, delivery can miss the mark, but residents can find it at the Clubhouse 1 Fitness Center, Clubhouses 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, and the offices there. Here at the Community Center, at the Concierge Desk, the Fitness Center, and the Recreation Office, the Equestrian Center office, Garden Center 2 office, the Golf Pro Shop and the Par 3 office, the Tennis Clubhouse, and the Village Library. So there are lots of places.
Pretty much everywhere.
Exactly. If it didn't get to your doorstep, you can find it pretty much anywhere in the village.
All right, that's great. And if they happen to, for whatever reason, can't find it there, where else should they go?
They can always email me.
Okay.
And I will be happy to mail out a copy. And then I can also pass that information along to the postmistress and let her know that we might be having some issues. So.
Oh, okay, good. So they can, and you can see right there on the screen, it's ellyce.rothrock@vmsinc.org, or you can contact Regina Perry, 949-837-1848. Fantastic. I mean, I just love it. I mean, you guys have done such a great job. And like you said, the connection with Memorial Care has been, invaluable, of course, with the vaccines, and then also with this. So hopefully we'll get to keep it, because it's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. We really enjoy putting it together. And one of the things I'm most excited about is that now that more residents are aware of it, they're sending in comments and feedback and contributions. And we have so much content now that's written by residents, which really is wonderful. It's
great.
It's a magazine for residents, and it would be great if it was all written by residents too.
That would be great, because there are a lot of artists here, as well as writers and published authors. So that would be great. So everybody listen to that, send in your stuff to Ellyce so we can get it published. All right, thank you for the information.
All right, thank you, Lisa.
And we'll be right back after this.